Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a while. We have missed you. It is another episode of SLTV Friday Fun Days with Lucci and your boy Kenny from Hit the Bid Radio. What's going on, Kenny, man? What's going on?
Cheerio, top of the morning. How are you?
Now, is that hat what they actually used to wear back in the day? Do they call that a bowler? Is that called a bowler? The bowler is circular, correct?
This is my New Year's cap. Whatever I don't know. I gave them out on New Year's. A couple of these guys.
Oh, so you bought that for about $1.25?
This was actually $11, bro. It's more high quality. It's not your typical dollar hat. Yeah.
All right, man. All right, man. So you got to get out to dinner. You got to get out to dinner with the fam, I hear. So let's run through some topics here. First of all, man, how was your week, man? How'd you end up? Obviously, let's just talk the market here in general. All-time high situation here. Tell us how your week was, man.
Oh, I just want to say, oh, poor Bears, how you sit there in disbelief and you just don't want to believe. Guys, a lot of people I spoke to say, why? I don't understand. How can we be breaking out? The market was weak. January was awful. People, if you're still asking questions about why things happen in the market, you're never going to make money. Just go with the flow. Just go with it. Once you break out, you got to assume the government's back. We spent 2 months, or basically 2 months, trying to go down, and we couldn't go down again. What's going to happen next? We're just going to go up to the new highs. And that's where we are. The QQQ, once it got 103.65 and held it, I became a bull again, got back into all my stocks. The only thing that's letting me down again is Alcoa. We got almost to 17. We got past 17 and failed again. But U.S. Steel, FEYE, AIG today, it's been the most amazing week. And, again, with that FEYE, that stock pretty much is a microcosm of this entire market. Tries to go down, tries to go down, tries to go down. Every time it rallies, it fails, but doesn't go down anywhere. And then finally, the shorts all have to cover. Everybody goes nuts.
Yeah, let's actually break right into that. Let's break right into that on the FEYE. She had earnings 2 days ago, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she had earnings, opened up at 38, and then it was just bulls on parade. Now the earnings were, well, I thought they were dismal here on the FEYE.
Yeah. Well, here, there's actually more to the story. They released earnings, which they weren't so great.
Right.
Well, actually, I'm not even going to comment. First of all, they don't have earnings. They have, we lost less money than people thought, which is always a great time to buy a stock. We only lost $140 million this quarter. You guys thought we were going to lose 175. Look how awesome we are. I mean, cybersecurity stocks to me are the biggest joke on the planet, but I don't care because I'm just a trader. I just buy a symbol and a price. But yeah, they lost less money. But here's the thing, guys, earnings reversals, this is why you buy them. The stock spiked down first on the report, then went green, held a bid. You're good. 36.50, I bought it in the aftermarket, even after chasing it 3 points. But once they shook off what seemed to be a shitty report, I don't care. If the stock's going up in the face of a shitty report, you gotta buy it, and you gotta buy more.
Now, is that also what happened to AIG? Let's just roll right over to AIG. So AIG reports earnings as well, and it was down. I believe it got down and then spiked right back. Now, what was the deal with AIG? Did you trade that today? I remember you yelling at me to buy some damn calls. I didn't do it.
That was my percentage-wise best trade of the day, dollar-wise, all-wise. Again, if I was you, I probably would have made 50 grand today. But again, I just I buy 20 contracts where you buy 2,000. But I doubled my money on 10, and I tripled my money on the other 10. So I guess percentage-wise, I'm a freaking genius. But
yeah,
it was one of those situations where broke the multi-day VWAP and crossed over into going green, and it was an earnings report. And those are my favorite plays in the world because, like a guy I was just responding to on stock tweets, I don't understand. How could the stock be outpacing the market? Wasn't those numbers bad? Stop asking questions.
Just do, green. Just do.
Yeah, it went green in the face of what apparently was, a bad number on the surface.
Right.
But that's why those trades work, because as half the people are asking questions and other people are dumbfounded, the shorts are like, I can't believe the stock's going green. I better cover because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And again, does bull markets ever make sense, right? I still have unemployed friends, so it could go on and on and on.
No doubt, no doubt. All right. Moving on to the next two earnings calls. We got Tesla, and then we got Baidu. So Tesla surprise loss, or wasn't it? It wasn't a loss. It was just a miss here on EPS and everything. But comments from Elon Musk were pretty interesting. He said valuation could be as much as Apple within the next 5 years or whatever. I don't know what the hell he was talking. I thought that was just crazy for him to say. And I think he just comes out and says wild shit, during all the conference calls that does not help the stock situation, whatever. I mean, you remember him saying before that you should probably sell the stock, here. Valuation got a little high.
The greatest, actually, he's the greatest activist for his own stock. He tells us what to do.
Yep.
I mean, pre-announced the quarter when the stock was in the 40s and 50s. He basically pre-announced it. He said, guys, you might want to buy my stock because the quarter's going to be pretty awesome. He said that and got away with it because the stock went up 20 points that week.
Yep. And then ended up, lo and behold, ended up at like $260, and he said to sell it, and we dumped.
Why wouldn't you listen, right?
So stock is actually trading well above like $200 here. Question is, can it really get the legs back? I think it fades down to like 180, 170, before people start jumping in. But honestly, people have been buying everything because it's now that kind of market. We're in all-time highs. Mutual funds now want to put back money into the markets. I feel like everybody just wants to buy everything. And case in point, we go to the Baidu, right? Baidu got rocked. Baidu got rocked off of earnings, traded what, 195 after hours, off the dismal reaction to the earnings call. And did you see the fucking action today, bro?
It was a gap and go. Yeah, it was a gap. The shorts got trapped when the stock gapped up, and they couldn't ask any questions at the open. They just had to cover, and that was that monster spike there at the open. Monster. Personal guys that were just fighting the world on the stock. I was like, the sell-off's over. You had that spike down to I think it was 192 actually, and then it fought back to like 202, tested the 200 area, 199 maybe, and then that was it. The sellers were gone. And again, that stock to me is Chinese currency. The Chinese, they use that stock as their currency. I think that is the most manipulated stock on the planet. Yeah. And again, I would never, ever, ever short that stock. I mean, it was a nice short. Some of these guys that were shorted at 250 for a pullback, and they did well with it. I would, especially after what we're looking at. I mean, take a look at DEC, guys. How about SSYS? How about CMG? How about SNDK? Why would you sell or short a stock on a monster gap down? These are buying opportunities. People are buying again, like you said, everything.
You know what, and as Kenny is saying this, guys, I feel like an absolute dickhead, because guess what I was shorting off a monster gap down, Kenny? I was shorting the shit out of Expedia, bro. I'm still holding 200 calls for, 270 puts for March, and she got down on earnings. Right. And then, yesterday, news came out, she's buying freaking Orbits. And the damn thing went back to all-time highs. I got burned, bro. I got burned, bro. And it seems that's the setup, right? That is the setup. You get a monster gap down in some of these high-flyer names that people just continue to come into, and then they just rip right back, just like you said. The Deckers, what was the other one? The SSYS?
Yes. How about NUS, New Skin? That day, New Skin was down 3 points, reversed, went up 6. It's up 25 since that day. I mean, you're going to short this market? What are you, nuts? If you're going to short this market, maybe you should stick with some, like, coal stock, because that's it.
Yeah.
And even those are coming back.
Yeah, no doubt. And even your beloved X is finally seeing a freaking bid, man. Finally seeing a freaking bid. All right. Let's move on here to the next topic here. The genius analyst of the day, Mr. Carl Icahn, buys into Apple at the greatest time in the world and is now talking about $1 trillion valuation. You see all these analysts now coming out with price targets of 150, 160, and all of that. What do you think about this Apple, man? What do you think about this Apple? First of all, Tim Cook came out and was just like, yo, we want to combine everything because nobody wants to use all these different services for their products. They just want one house for everything. and that's basically where he's going. That's what he was saying was his vision: one ring to rule them all. What do you think about Apple, bro? What do you think about this thing?
I love it because it's an infrastructure that everybody wants to be a part of. I need to update my stuff because my ecosystem doesn't work with my old phone and my semi-old computer. I'm going to update everything. I'm not going to get a watch, but you know what? Maybe the kids like the watch. I'm not the hippest guy in the world. I will not get the watch. And even if it's a failed product, we're talking it's going to be inconsequential. Is that a word?
Inconsequential.
Sure. Okay, I got bad on my. You
gotta get the Jewish in you right there.
Because Apple Pay is going to work. It is working, and that's just more of their ecosystem that's going to drive this company into the future. And you know what? When the iPhone 7 comes out, they'll tweak something. There'll still be lines out the door. I'm sure they'll sell enough phones to make some money off. They're an ecosystem. They're in a world of their own. They're going to take over PayPal when that thing spins off. I'm telling you, as soon as eBay lets PayPal go, by the way, you want to own eBay for that spin-off, I think. Yeah. They're going to spin it off, and then Apple's just going to eat them up. And then I think Apple's eventually going to take over Twitter, and it's going to be Apple and Google and Facebook are just going to run the world. And I think Apple will take one of those guys over eventually also.
Crazy, man. Crazy, bro. Crazy, man. All right, man. So let's get off topic, off the stock topic for a little bit, man. How is it looking out there in New York City, man? A lot of people are asking me about the snow. Dude, I got 6 feet here. I got to climb up on this fucking roof and take off some of the snow. How's it looking out there in Brooklyn and Jersey right now? You guys getting a storm this weekend too?
We had a crazy 20-minute storm last night, but then it just went away. We were supposed to get some snow, but it's just bitter out there. I think it's like 6 degrees. I was supposed to go up and do some sledding, but I ain't going out in that shit.
Yeah, so we're getting another foot. We're getting another foot. So we're going to have like 7 feet total. Roads out here are just a travesty, man. Traffic has never been where it has been. It takes you 3 hours to get the fuck anywhere, man. Anywhere, and that's within the city. It usually takes you 10, 15 minutes. Is Brooklyn like that too? Are you checking your cribs out there in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn's not that. Never worry about traffic in Brooklyn, But in the city, it's a psychopathic place, Still trying. I drove into the city yesterday. Not yesterday, but last week. Just thinking I could find a spot. And I didn't realize, like, 45 minutes went by. I'm like, I've been looking for a spot for 45 minutes. What am I doing here?
Yo, you're probably wrapped up in the music, man. What were you listening to at the time?
Oh, I don't even know. But I usually listen to sports talk radio because I'm just like, I like hearing the same guy say the same thing over and over again for 7 straight hours.
Typical fucking guy. Typical fucking guy. All right, man. Yo, so there's a rumor here that I got to throw out here. Greg, and you know Greg. You've met Greg at the Sang Lucci offices out in New York, correct?
I owe him $50, man.
He apparently got a tattoo of SL. He got a tattoo, bro. Can you even believe this shit? Can you believe this shit? Would you get a tattoo? Do you have a tattoo right now, by the way?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I got many a tattoo.
Do you really?
I have my Overlord of the stock market tattoo. I don't know if you can see it, but
nah, show us, man.
What's up? Yeah. You can't really. It's a bull and a bear, and that's my demon warrior with 2 monster blades ready to lay waste to them all. But
wow,
my whole other leg is padded with Bible scripture and Grateful Dead stuff.
What year was that?
That was like 4 years ago.
So that wasn't that long ago. That was not that long ago.
Oh yeah, I designed it a long time ago. I just never got around to getting there. And then once I sat down, I guess tattoos, depending on where you get them, are a little bit more painful. Your legs, I didn't feel it. I kind of liked it. So then I was like, wow, this is great. Let me go get some more stuff. So.
Wow, look at you. Dude, I don't have a tattoo. I don't think I'd ever get one. But this kid supposedly got a tattoo of the SL logo. He supposedly got a tattoo. I don't know where he put it.
He's in for life now.
Dude, do you regret? I mean, do you think you're gonna regret that tattoo, man? You know what I mean? A year comes from now, man. That's gonna be the rant for the day, and then I'll let you go, man. Tattoos, bro. I mean, come on. 20 years from now, let's say you're not even in the stock game anymore. You're gonna look at that tattoo. Your wife must look at it and be like, "You're fucking crazy." Come on.
the second and the third one, I'm a little bit crazy, and then I want to get a big shark on my arm with the sun coming down it. But I think I might be done. But I will never regret. I will never regret this tattoo because what tattoos to me are, I know, like I don't really understand anybody who just go in to get a tattoo because they like it, the picture. My tattoos represent parts of my life and portions of my life. Big Grateful Dead, Steal Your Face, Rastafarian flag, Bible scripture that I used in my wedding vows, great, bull and bear, demon warriors. Everything has some sort of meaning to me and a story that's up my legs. My kids' names on my arms. I'm not going to regret any of that stuff. I was thinking about getting, like this, I don't know if you guys read the comics, but Thanos. This guy, he's my favorite character in Marvel. This is the guy that all the Avengers are coming to fight. If you see, you can't really see it all, but
look at this motherfucker, grown-ass kid right here, man. Jeez.
I got every Thanos doll and every comic he's ever been in. So for 30 years, I'm not a big comic guy, but I love this character Thanos, and all the movies, the Thors and Iron Mans and all that shit, they're all eventually coming to fight my guy, and it's going to be an epic battle with the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm now you see how kind of a geek I am.
No, I couldn't get over the fact that it's like, I changed so much. Like 5 years ago, like I wasn't the man that I am now. You know what I mean? And 5 years ago, 10 years, when I reach your age, I don't think I'm going to be the same guy. But honestly, looking at you and that whole, spiel that you just went through, and then showing us your little fucking comic book character motherfuckers back there.
Right.
I mean, you figure you rationalize what you rationalize, and it's all good, right? I mean, if it's a piece of you that you just want to remember, similar as to writing a blog post or whatever, you have this tattoo just etched in your body. I don't know. Guys, chime in with your comments here. What tattoos do you guys have? Alex, Alex here. Alex says bull and bear tattoo is nice there for you, Kenny.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like the storyboard of my life. That's why I wanted to get him done, and that's really what it came down to. I just never had the chance to go in, and to be honest, I was a little nervous doing it because but then I knew a girl that she had her entire arm and around the back, and then down the other arm. You weighed about 75 pounds, and she has full Alice in Wonderland, basically the entire story tattooed on her entire body. Like, if she could stand the pain, I gotta be able to do this,
Yeah, John Ellison is saying get some candlesticks tattooed on your back. Like, you make a great trade or something like that. Just put the trade on your fucking back, man. But dude, that's unattractive. Come on, tell me, you think that's attractive? Like, if a chick has like a full sleeve tattoo or her whole body done, like even the neck area or whatever, or if she has a tattoo on her face, get the fuck out of here. I can't. That's.
I like a lady that has a tattoo, or I mean, she was a goth chick, and
yeah.
Full body is a little bit nuts, but I like a girl with a sleeve. That I love that shit. I love a lady with a tattoo. What I don't like are those earrings that stretch the fucking lobe out.
Oh no.
What is that all about? Put a freaking plate in your lip and put a big hole in your earlobe. I don't understand what the concept there is, but.
All right, no doubt. All right, let's talk next week. Obviously, we got the holiday on Monday, so everybody realize, any of you options traders out there realize you only got 4 days left for your expos. What are you trading next week? What are you looking for next week? I'll cap it off with mine, and then we'll call it a day, man. So what are you looking after next week, man?
Well, I'm going to stick with the Qs and see if we, break out. We broke out today, so I'll still be looking at the Q. And then again, me, I wake up in the morning, this is where I get in trouble sometimes. I mean, people who do homework and research, and they're charting shit at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. My buddy calls me at 8:15 on Thursday night. Yeah, I'm looking at this chart of, I'm like, dude, it's 8:15. What are you doing? I was like, I don't give a shit.
You remember the quote? You remember the quote from Wall Street One? Dude was like, "No, I got to look at my charts." He was inviting him out to the Knicks game.
Right.
Like, come on, man, I'm offering you the Knicks and chicks, and he's like, "Nah, I got to look at my charts, man." He's like, "Yo, we're not fund managers here, churn them and burn them."
Burn them, right? For me, you give me a stock that's going green or breaking a VWAP. I take a look at it on my 1 minute, 5 minute, and 250 day. I look at the tape and I see what I want to do and I make a decision. I mean,
No doubt.
that's
No
it.
doubt.
Really, it's really what it comes down to. But
Guys, I'm looking at this Netflix. Netflix had a nice move into the close here, possibly up to 480. I'm going to be looking at the social media names, Twitter and the LinkedIn. They kind of stalled out today. And then next week, if we just kind of like stall out a little bit and we get this same kind of choppy activity, like I've really started writing options a lot. Like I've really started writing against a move that I just don't believe has any legs, because I'll sit there and look at the tape and I'll be like, yo, there's no buyer behind this or no seller behind this. So I'll sit there and just write against it. And it's kind of easier to pocket, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents, depending on what, options you're trading and how volatile the stock it is that you're trading. But it's easier to rack up those for me than to, find the right name that's going to, flow to the moon like that AIG today or the Baidu, 10 points there today. So it's easier for me to manage that. So, this month I'm just going to kind of look to racking up, 10,000 a day kind of thing, and see where the end of the month,
it's 10 grand a day. It's not a bad goal.
Yo, guys, I will be out in New York City too for 2 weeks, starting possibly like Tuesday. So Kenny, I want you to come out there too, man.
We got the Day Traders Expo in 2 weeks. You gonna be here for that?
Yeah, I'll be here.
We go out Sunday night, which is March 1st, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's our night. We do the show all day. Sometimes I just lean up against the wall, take a half-hour power nap, and we party all night. So
dude, perfect.
Which I think we got 7 guys in the room so far, but whatever. Who first come first serve, you just sleep on the floor or whatever. But we usually have a roaring time. Benzinga guys are there, CNBC guys that I know, and we usually have a really good time. Last year we partied way too much, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah. By
like 10:30, I was just like
assed out.
I couldn't hold the conversation. I was like,
Dude, brings me back to the days, man. It feels like years ago that I lived in New York City. Like, I lived this life, and I forget what it's like. So every time I come back, I'm always saying yes to everybody, too. Like, everybody's like, yo, let's go to this bar. Let's go to this thing. I'm like, yes. And I can't do any of the shit,
All right, man. We'll make a real plan. And for you old guys out there, again, also email me. Anybody who wants to hang out, email me info@hitthebid.com. We'll make some plans. You and I will make some plans. We'll get some things together. Definitely March 1st, we're going to be at the Marriott Marquis at the Day Traders Expo. So if you are in the New York City area, come out and hang out.
All right, man. Dude, enjoy your dinner, man. Enjoy the long weekend. I will see you. I'll see you in the chat room on Tuesday, man. All right?
Yeah, I'll be in there, bro. All right, man.
All right, brother.
Stay warm and have a good weekend, brother. Later.